Hello, Eagle fans. I've got a Guardian-centered video for you today. So we'll start with a close-up of our leading man, Guardian, Gentleman G, the guard dog, and many other names that you folks have pinned upon him. And today he shall live up to his name. Apparently there was a first or second year young eagle in the territory in very close proximity to the nest, and Guardian took an exception to that. And we will have a look at how that played out today. First, let me show you the egg, and we'll do that with a still photo from this morning. Here's the egg as Guardian got up to roll it. What's on it there is just some debris that is sticking to it. It appears to be in very good condition, which is great news. I think we start our pip and hatch watch a week from Friday, about March 24th. Okay, so let's move on to the event of the day. So this is Guardian on the nest, incubating the egg during his normal morning shift. And a lot of the morning he has been tracking something which seems to be in relatively close proximity to the nest. And I say that just by how quickly he turns his head, because the closer something is, the more rapidly it can circle the nest. But I didn't catch sight of it. I'll tell you who did. I get tips from the Friends of the Reading Eagles Facebook moderators. I've had tips from Debbie, and this morning from Susie, and she says, you got to check this thing out. And right there you can see Guardian is absolutely stretching his neck up, and then he vocalizes here. He sees something for sure, and he doesn't seem very happy. Okay, so we moved forward about 30 or 40 seconds. You'll see Guardian's neck is absolutely stretched upwards there in high interest. And we're about to see what Susie pointed out to me this morning. Watch the yellow box and you'll see a bird fly by. This is normal speed. And Guardian had been tracking on that. This is slow motion. Then we're going to go to a 3 times magnification. Now, many of you will say, okay, it's a large bird. In this still image, I personally believe this is a juvenile or immature eagle, probably in its first or second year. Some of you will probably say that you see a lot of white feathers on the top of the wing, and I'll tell you why I don't think that is the case. I believe that most of the light colored that you see on this bird is from branches in the foreground that are basically projecting a light colored image in front of the bird. In this still image from a couple of frames later, you'll see all of that light colored on just the right wing. And again, I believe this is due to leafless branches in the foreground. So while I cannot prove that this is an eagle, I must offer up that it certainly could be a turkey vulture, but it's my opinion that this is a juvenile or immature eagle. So what does Guardian do about this other bird? Well, about 8 minutes later, he catches sight of it, and it appears to fly too close, and he gets up and does a defensive posture. Watch the box, and then he flies right after it. Let's take a slow motion zoomed video. First is the juvenile bird, I believe juvenile eagle. Then the second bird, I believe, is Guardian on the chase. Let's take one more slow motion look at that. First we see the Intruder bird there, and next we see Guardian chasing after it. So Guardian returned to the nest about a minute or two later. It wasn't long, and continued incubating the egg. Within another 10 minutes or so, Liberty seems to have landed on a branch near the nest, maybe even the branch next to the camera, and both Guardian and Liberty were trilling and tracking something. And then I'll end with this. Poor Guardian. Liberty flew over to the nest, and you'll have to take a look at Guardian's eyes and his reaction. I think at first he didn't know if it was Liberty. So she lands, and I think she says, "Psych!" Poor Guardian, he was on edge, and he's our man. He's been doing a great job this year. Folks, I'll leave it at that. Until next time, be safe and be well, my friends.